Made of Stars, written by M.H. Clark. One night, as I lay in bed, I looked out at the huge, round moon and the dark night sky, and I saw something. A light flickering far away. I watched as it moved along the edge of the trees until I couldn't see it anymore. I tried to fall asleep, but I lay awake and wondered. It seemed like such a mystery. I asked my grandmother. "Oh, yes," she said. "That must be the man made of stars. Every evening, when the sky is painted pink and blue and gold, the man made of stars sets off to work. He walks along the path where the forest meets the field with a bag on his back and a lantern in his hands. If you see him as he goes along his way, you will see a twinkle at the edge of the trees like a comet or a firefly." "Is he magic?" I asked. "No one knows," she said, "but he has lived here always." "But what does he do?" I asked. "Why do they call him the man made of stars?" "No one remembers that anymore," my grandmother said. She smiled and sipped her tea. Sometimes I thought I saw the man made of stars in town. His eyes shined like there was a great secret he knew. I wished I knew his secret too. It seemed to make him so happy. Next time, I will ask him, I always thought. But next time, I was always too shy. One summer night, I couldn't sleep. The windows were open wide, and a warm breeze lifted my curtains like they were sails. I looked outside to where the grasses blew and rippled like waves on the sea, and suddenly, a light sparkled in the distance. I crept down the stairs and out the door, silent as a cat. I crossed the field where the grasses stood tall and dry in the light of the moon. The ground was warm under my feet. "Wait!" I called out, but the flickering light just moved on. I ran and followed the light, which seemed to get farther and farther away until it simply disappeared. I stopped. I watched. I waited. I heard one owl hoot to another owl, and the fireflies hovered all around me. But the light was gone. Just then, the light began to climb the hill. So I climbed too. At the top of the hill, I saw the strangest, most wonderful sight. The man made of stars reached into his bag and pulled out a beautiful, glowing thing, something that seemed to be made entirely out of light. He held it and then threw it, and the glittering light floated higher and higher until it became another star in the sky. The man made of stars reached into his bag again, pulled out another glowing light. It was so beautiful that I walked up to see it closely. "What is it?" I asked. "Well," he said, "this one must be pure love. See how bright it is?" "Where do you find them?" "Oh, they're everywhere," he said. "Look up at the stars. What do you see?" "They glow." "And so do you," he said. "You are made of kindness and possibility and brilliance. Everything you are made of, the stars are made of. And though the stars shine only at night when it is dark, your light shines always." "Why do they call you the man who is made of stars?" I asked. He laughed and said, "Is that what they call me? Well, you are made of stars too. We all are." He reached into his bag again. "Here," he said. "This one is yours." And he placed the warm, glowing light in my hand. "You must have made someone very happy today. When you shared that kindness, a little extra spilled over. Now that kindness will become a new star." I held my star up and I let it go. Now, each day, when the sun sets and the night begins, when the sky is painted pink and blue and gold, I look up to see if there is a new star in the sky. Maybe one I will recognize because it's made from a special piece of me.